Hey, this is Kudla, and I am doing the first part of my two-part 40 subscriber video, because as I stated in a previous video, the original guy that I had said, hey, you're the 40th subscriber, pick a topic and I will talk about it in a video, never got back to me. So I decided to do a two-part video to two of my subscribers that was on a topic that they picked. The first part goes to LiberAnarchy, and that is because, like I said, the one guy he didn't respond back. I waited a couple days. I'm like, okay, I've been waiting too long here, so it's time to move on. And when I announced that, Liber then sent me a private message wanting to know if I would do a video on mind control or manipulation. Well, as it says in here in her personal message she sent me, I would like you to do a video about some form of mind control or manipulation. You know, and then she was asking if I had a story of someone that tried to scam me, did I grow up in a controlling church, did I fuck with my teachers or anything like that. And also if there was like propaganda that I found fascinating, things like that. Well, let's okay, Lieber. First off, on mind control itself, as I see it, in terms of mind control, the raw, broadest definition, as I understand it, is taking control of someone's mind, and that is not actually something that I've ever really truly seen done in the real world, period. I've seen brainwashing, which is something that, from what I understand, the Church of Scientology seems to favor a lot, even to the point to where when the brainwashing backfires, it has caused people who were in the church to kill themselves. I believe there's one case you showed me to where the person that killed himself did so with like the last $700 or so in his hand, just because that was like the literal last of his money that the church was trying to scam out of him because the brainwashing was finally failing. And from what I understand about brainwashing and whatnot, the first time it was ever really shown up was back in the Mao reign in communist China. It was done to try and basically make the party look better. You know, brainwashing people that they had disagreements with, that disagreed like on policies of how the government was running or things like that. These people were usually rounded up, and then if they weren't killed, then they were brainwashed. If the brainwashing didn't work, and from what I understand when I read up on it, it didn't happen as often as they would like you to believe, in the fact that most of them, especially like American soldiers and whatnot that were taken prisoner, only agreed to certain things because of the very real possibility that they might be tortured. And then as soon as they got out of that situation, they went home and became normal people again. So brainwashing, like as a form of mind control, doesn't generally, from what I understand, work a lot. The actual thing, mind control itself, like as in controlling someone's mind, and so would if it existed in that particular term, just like, you know, I am now going to take control of your mind, and therefore, no matter what you do, it is my thought over yours, and you're going to do it. That, as far as I know, like doing it that way doesn't exist. But manipulation, on the other hand, that does exist, and that exists bigger than shit, baby. And like I said, manipulation is a lot more prevalent, and it's a lot more common out there than a lot of people realize. You know, it's the whole thing with public relations and marketing and a lot of things along those lines. Because let me give you an example of manipulation here. All right, you want to buy that nice new 43-inch plasma screen flat television. You're looking into it, you're checking into the prices, you decide, what the hell, let's go to Best Buy, check it out. You know, I want to see what my options are available with them. Alright, now you go in there, the person in electronics who has that nice shiny TV that you would like to pick up, and you're trying to be a conscious consumer. And that seller, as soon as you get in there and as soon as you ask them, it's like, I would like to know a little bit more about this TV. They already know you're interested in that TV. 2, that you wouldn't be there if you didn't want to potentially pick that TV up. Like I said, you're already interested and you know you would like to have it. And the seller now knows this. The person in that department now knows that they have your interest on this level. And that's 50% of it right there. The other 50% that they need to do is they need to get you the final 50% of the way to where the goal is to get you to take that TV home with you somehow, some way, and get your money out. And that's where being a good salesman, i.e. manipulator, comes in. You know, and they will tell you about all the perks, bells, whistles, and say things to you to somehow, some way try to get you to pick that up. And you'll find that this particular scheme works on a lot of different things, not just with wanting to buy stuff. It works on a lot of things, like getting the person to agree with you. If you're talking about something that they're interested in, you've already completed half of it right there. They're interested in what you're saying. And if you're a manipulator, someone who wants to control people via manipulation, it's only a matter of finding a way to get them to agree with you wholeheartedly. And since they're already interested in that one thing you're talking about, it's just a matter of working on them. And like I said, this type of manipulation is a lot more common than a lot of people would think. It's why Scientology is the huge, massive monster that it is today. Because it was able to find people that, for some reason, shape, or form, wanted to buy into the bullshit from Scientology. And they have a very, very aggressive record of trying to keep its practitioners. So, heaven forbid, if mind control was an actual real thing, I mean, could you imagine what groups like Scientology would do with legitimate, actual mind control? You know? I mean, their ranks would swell beyond belief if they had actual capacity to do legitimate mind control. So, but yeah, and I don't look at either of those things. Like I said, I don't look at manipulation as a very good thing. And mind control itself, like I said, I'm glad like the actual real deal doesn't exist. You know, I mean, because shit, it's bad enough with manipulators as it is. Real mind control would just take it to an entirely new, horrific level. So, anyhow, I hope you guys liked it, especially you, Lieber. And that's my time. I'm Kuthla. I will see you guys in part 2.